Relatively boring ending, huh? I don't think we have anything to talk about, right?
Yeah, thanks. Raced him super clean, and he shifts me to the fence of 1 and 2. He races like that, everybody. He does that all year long. He's done it to everybody. He races Corey like that. He races everybody like that. And nobody cares because he's won 4 races now. It's dumb. I don't know. Yeah, probably to Martinsville, people are going to move you out of the way, but don't ship me to the fence whenever I race you like that down here. And also, he has so much more to lose than I do. I'm racing to win to lock in. He's locked in. He won both stages. Like, it's just whatever.
So what happens next week?
What do you mean what happens next week? I do anything, I'm going to get fined or I'm going to get penalized. That's the way NASCAR works. They can wreck you all day long, but as soon as you want to go get them back, you're going to get penalized for it. So I have to race them clean.
Nothing you can do?
No. What do you mean nothing I can do?
Nothing you can do next week? Nothing you can do going forward?
No. It's just going to make me and myself look like an idiot. And I don't want to look like that. I've done made plenty of mistakes in my career, done plenty of things. I've tried to clean it up in the past couple of years, and I raced him so clean down here, and he ships me off into 3.
Prior to that, did you guys have any issues? Or?
No. I never had an issue with the kid, ever. I mean, he's raced me shitty all year long. I've never moved the guy. Like, I've never even moved the guy.
Did you think about taking the inside there on that last restart?
Yeah,
I
could have, and I could have just went in there and shipped him. But I wanted to race him straight up. Like, we see it time after time when we come to Martinsville, it becomes a joke. I do not want to be the reason Martinsville turns into a joke. I chose the outside to race him clean. We got through 1 and 2 fine. I didn't have a problem with that. I cleared him off of 2, and he just drives through me.
Christian Eckes in the truck race last night at Martinsville. This is the subject. Ends up getting into Taylor Gray, knocking him up the track. After the race, they're mothering each other. And, you know, of course, I was in TV, so you know what's coming next. We apologize for the language. But I'm like, no, that's the way the man feels, you know. Just because you're on TV doesn't mean you can't cuss. Of course, they make the rules to where, you know, you're not supposed to show emotion. So in other words, you just lose a race because some guy kind of punched up out of the way. You know, Christian Eckes, he led the most laps. He was the dominant truck. But Taylor Gray sweeps around the outside of him, getting into turn 1 and takes off. And Eckes is in his mind, you know, Christian Eckes is like, oh no, I've been leading this whole race. Pops him up out of the way. Well, I'd be mad too. Listen, I'm not going to officiate this. This is Martinsville. I'm not going to officiate who is right and who is wrong. However, I agree with Mark Martin. Mark Martin on X says, man, driver etiquette is gone. And it is gone. That's basically because the Cup guys do it. And then the guys in the Truck Series go, I'm going to be like the Cup guys. I'm knock the hell out of him, move him out of the way. So Christian Eckes wins the race, and he does it the right way. He won the race by a half straightaway. So, like, if you're going to hit me, you better get on out of here. Because, you know, Taylor Gray, if he was quick enough, he would have caught back up to him and knocked him out of the way. So that's my theory on that. If you're going to knock me out of the way, you better get away because I'm coming back at you. So that's the way I officiate that one. So I told you I wasn't going to officiate it, but I'm just saying.
Was everything after the final restart just a case of we have the best truck and I'm not going to be denied by anybody?
Yeah, I mean, Charles and Ike and these guys work way too hard for us to lose a race, regardless of the circumstances. So I had to race harder than I probably would like to, but, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I didn't want to lose that race, and you know, felt like we had the dominant truck. I mean, we led 187 laps of 200, I think somebody said. So it's just kind of a situation where, you know, I don't want to race like that, but at the same time, you know, I wasn't going to let us lose.
Is there any worry of any of this coming back to you next week at Phoenix, or is it just a case of we go out, we put a truck on the track just as fast as this one and make sure we're ahead of everybody so that doesn't happen?
I mean, I guess a little bit of the second one. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to go into next week with our mind clear. You know, hopefully they understand that it's just Martinsville, and a product of that. I mean, like I said, I'd be mad if I was him too, but it's Martinsville, and I feel like you have to race hard here.
We're going to go to Bob and then Jordan.
Bob Hawkers, Fox Sports. If you never gotten back to him, would you have been upset that with the way it had finished?
As far as if we finish second?
Yeah, as far as like, any of the contact that was done to you, did you feel that was all fair?
No,
well?
I mean, I thought it was fair. It's like I said, it's Martinsville. You have to race hard. He moved me, and I probably moved him back really hard. And yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, it's a product of this racetrack, and green, white, checkered. And we had a straightaway lead before that caution came out, and then those new tires getting that close obviously put us in a bad position. So. But yeah, no, just refuse to lose.
And the argument could be made, you would have made the Final Four without the win. So why potentially risk making people angry in going to Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it from that way, but at the same time, Bill McAnally hired me to win races. That's what we're here to do, and championships. So, it's definitely a risk to race like that, but in the same time, I felt like our truck was good enough, and our guys deserve to win this week.
Do we have any? We'll go to the back.
Stephen Toronto, CBS Sports. Christian, there was kind of a long build-up between Taylor walking over from turn 2 down pit road over the ladder to the front stretch, and ultimately to you to confront you about what happened in the final few laps there. Walk me through what you were thinking when you saw that happening, and kind of preparing yourself to, okay, what's this conversation going to be? Is he going to take a swing at me? What's going to happen next?
Yeah, I mean, you never know what's going to happen in those situations, but he seemed, I mean, he wasn't happy about it, but he said what he wanted to say, and it kind of, like I said, it is what it is.
Well, never mind. Yeah. Any additional questions for Christian? We'll come up front to Davey.
Davey Siegel with Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Taylor was saying that you had raced him a little bit rough a couple times this year, and not that sent him over the edge, because his situation kind of did, but from your perspective, how have you guys, or had you guys, raced with each other up until this point tonight?
I mean, I don't remember any time of us racing hard or dirty other than tonight, so I don't know. I'd have to ask him what situation he's talking about.
Go ahead, Jordan.
2 questions. Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. One, you look at your success this year. Are you the favorite going into the championship next week?
I mean, it's a lot like this place in the aspect that anything can happen. We all saw the race last year. It was kind of a disaster. So hopefully it doesn't go like that again. But you just really never know what could happen at Phoenix. I feel like nowadays, the big goal of the year is just to make the championship 4, and then the champion is who the champion is.